So, hi everyone. So today I would like to make a short video first about IVF. I don't know if you're working with clients or maybe you experience it yourself, that when we work with people or with ourselves, sometimes we can't really feel our core or abs activating even though we're doing the exercises for this. So might be that I talked about it before in some of my videos, but we're going to work specifically on that today. First, and on the fascia, on the how the body works, it's all connected. It's connected to our nervous system, and it's not only anymore about just pulling the belly in to get your transversus, your core activated. For this, you need a bit, the whole body works together. Think about the whole connection of the body that works together. So if you connect the right spots, and if you manage to deactivate the compensation of the body, you won't have to anymore have any compensation, then the body will do the work by itself. So I will show you a few examples and you can try them yourself and then let me know what you think in the comments. That would be fantastic. So the first thing is that some of the people, or even yourself, we have the most common, we can't go through all of them, but the most common is very tight hip flexors. So much tension, the squeezing of the glutes, this part of the body, it's a kind of a protection, we're squeezing it. And that avoids the communication to your abs, to your core. Think about blocking everything. Imagine you're putting a belt, a security belt there, and it's so tight that you can't even breathe anymore. So the belly and your core, your transversus, can't really do the work anymore because it can't get through, the information can't get through it. So what to do in those cases? What to do if you have, today I will show you the examples with the machine. I will try to do another video on the mat another day, but today the machine is a quite helpful tool for this, because the more in the beginning you have some help, the more it gives you this security that you can hang, that you can release. So the machine for this, the springs, the holding is always a help, more than doing it yourself on the mat. If you can't activate your abs, then the machine is quite a help for this. So let's try a few examples. We're not going to go through all the stuff. Let me drink a sip of coffee before we start. So let's start. I have few tools next to me just to show you the different variations. The first thing I will do is with that. So just let's check if I would do a roll down here, sitting on my mat. By the way, I have a visitor in the studio today, so hopefully she will be calm. It's my dog, but if anyone comes in front of the screen, a hairy, furry, big white dog, don't get scared. It would be my dog that is trying to get some attention. So let's go back to our topic. So already here, I can feel just by sitting, just close your eyes for a second and just try to check, how is the body feeling? Do you feel any tightness anywhere? So before you would start your ab exercise, I would just suggest that you just check, self-scan your body, feeling where you feel any tightness. For me, I have short hamstrings. I feel the pulling on my hamstrings, and I feel that my hip flexors are quite tight and my glutes are trying to hold on the fact that I'm sitting. So this is already a sign for me that I won't be able to go deep in my core because the information would be a bit blocked there. We can have a check, just making a roll down, roll the spine down, trying to unlock the glutes. So really don't squeeze the butt, and see if you feel more your abs when you do that, because squeezing the butt, again, remember, it's kind of blocking the information there. Of course you can feel your abs, but it can be much smoother. We're holding on so much, squeezing sometimes without noticing. So before you come up, it can be that your neck wants to hold. It can be that your glutes are already active, squeezing. Try to unlock that and come up. It's a common on women's, but also a lot on, I have some male clients. They are even more tight here on their hips, and it's very difficult to activate their abs. So first exercise, we can try to grab the loops, just the basic tower loops. I have the Meritu, so I will use the yellow loops with the handles. If you have a balance body, just take the short springs. I don't know the colors, but those that are soft, that are not too strong. I believe it's also blue on the balance body, but I'm not sure anymore on the tower. Now, first thing to do, again, take a deep breathing. And then checking, are you holding on or something? Or is it a bit smoother now that your hands are holding something and they can kind of let go with the spine? Notice the difference and check how it feels. And then roll down again and just, we're making experience here. Experiment, checking, is it better than before? Is it the same for you? Is it smoother? Are you still tightening a lot? Remember, tightening sometimes is a kind of protection. And then you breathe. Maybe we're trying to protect our back. We're scared that it will get hurt, so we squeeze the butt, we squeeze the glutes. Maybe there's deeper trauma there, who knows? We don't know what the body has been through if you're working with someone else, even with ourselves sometimes. We don't really know everything. And then we go down. Okay, if you feel the person or you are still holding on and you can't connect to your abs, what could we do here? What would be something to do to deactivate the hips and even a bit the glutes? I will start with step by step. So I will take a roll now, a Pilates roll. I have the blue ones. You can choose another color for this, it doesn't really matter. I like the blue for the openings because when you lay down on them and they're not too hard. So the idea is to having this roll under your knees. You're going to tell me what does it help. I mean, you can also have a towel, but this is quite more effective, a towel that we will roll. What does that help for? It helps first to just lean on something, giving the signal to your legs that they can let go. They don't have to hold. There's something holding under, and you can just keep the weight on that roll, really letting go the weight of your legs on the roll. Sometimes just the message to your legs helps. Sometimes it's not enough. That's why everybody is different. We have to try. Now, allowing my legs to be heavy on that roll, and see now if I make a roll down, how does that look? Self-scan in your own body. How are you feeling? Now my legs, they want to lift because they still want to be in charge. Deeply breathe, give them the signal that it's okay to be heavy and to let go. And also here giving your lower back the signal that you can finally let go, it's fine, you don't have to hold for me. I have some handles. They're gently pulling me up. I don't have to hold on the neck. I don't have to hold on my hips, on my butt, on my glutes, on my shoulders. I can just allow the movement. So trying this few times, sometimes that might be enough already. And if you're working with your client, just talk to him and try to give the clues to see. It might be that you see that the belly starts to shake at one point, because it's not that it's a very hard movement, but it's more that I just deactivated my back and any compensation that might happen in the body. And we don't even have to squeeze the belly in. It gives the signal to the belly that he can be in charge, he can work now. It's okay for him to do the work. And might be that it starts shaking. And it's a good sign because that's where actually we want to work on. Good, so that was the exercise with the roll. That might be sometimes enough to give the signal to the body. If not, we have other possibilities. I will go step by step, as I said. I'll take the roll to the side. Now, if you would have an arc, the arc is a good tool to deactivate as well your hip flexors and give the signal. I don't think everybody has a belt. This is a fantastic tool. I think I made a video of this to release fully the back and lean on it. And when you do that with the arc, it's really a fantastic message to your body, to your nervous system, that he can let go. It's supported. Someone is holding you. And then you can really finally let go. And without doing anything, you might really experience your abs in a full action. So that's really something, if you don't have a belt, that's magic. I will do one day a full video with the belt and the arc. I know there is some request, it's coming. I'm working on it. So, but today, let's focus on no belt, because not everybody would have a belt. So let's go back with our handles, the same handles that we had. I just reversed the arc, so it's the other way around. The big part is in front, so I could sit on that small part there. And now the legs are on top, and that's a bit like the roll. It gives slightly the signal to my legs that I can lean. Even more the signal than the roll, because they can rest fully. And yes, it's tight here at the moment, but when you start to go down, it will open up. And the idea, of course, I'm going too quick in my head, so I try to explain everything all together. I will also show you what to do before the exercise. It's another option. Now try first to just close your eyes. Take a deep breathing. Enjoy the letting go. The arms are there to hold. Someone is holding you gently, and you can just allow that lower back to hang. Your legs are supported with that arc, so they can be heavy and they don't have to hold. Another good thing with that spinal corrector is that it's very difficult to squeeze the butt when you're on it. So it's actually deactivating your glutes without having you to do anything. So that is also quite nice. So breathe in through it. Just let go for a second. And then once you feel it's okay, if you feel you don't have enough tension, you can always move your arc a little bit backward, because the more tension you have on the springs, the more supported you will feel. Careful how far you go here. It might be very hard, the back of the arc for some people, so just don't go as far as it hurts. Remember, we're trying to release the compensation to be able, now mine are getting active. So I needed the spinal corrector. I'm going to move my arc even more back and check if my hanging can be deeper. It will also depend on the day, of your stress, of your emotions. How much are you holding on? But now, I'm not squeezing my belly in, just for your information, but it's shaking. I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting go of the rest, so I can let my abs do the work. It's fantastic how your body is just connected. Breathe in, breathe out. Even though you're on the arc, it can be that we're still holding on the hips. Just close your eyes. If you're working with your client, give the clue that it's okay to let go, that he's supported. Sometimes just gently and careful where you put your hand, putting a hand on the hip or on the place where he or she is holding on, just gently without pressure on the fingers, can help to give the signal to the person that it's fine, that we can let go and allow the movement. Nice. And then starting small, go with a bigger range of motion in case it works well. Very nice. We'll do one more, not too many. If you feel that you can still hang your back, there's a lot of variation you can start to do here once the abs are active. But today it's not about the full workout, it's about how to get there. So I will not go into the details. I will leave it to your imagination for this. One more thing, because we're working with the carriage. Another thing, don't forget that very tight psoas might result as well on the holding. So before you start, of course, your work, also just activate your stretch. There is few stretches on the reformer, there is few stretches on your mat. Use that before you go on your work if you know that you're very tight there. So today I will show you something fantastic. Maybe you know it already, but I discovered, now that's a blue spring that I will put on my push-through bar. It's a short and heavy spring that I'm putting. We can also choose to put 2. I don't like it, I feel it's too heavy for the shoulders, but you can choose to put 2 heavy spring. It's more support when you have heavy spring, but there would be the tendency that you use more of your neck. But you can just try it out and see what feels better. So we're going to now, I will show you first without anything, but first I will set up my carriage, my tower, with long, thick green straps. I believe it's the purple on the balanced body. On your, that's my dog there. So hopefully she will stop barking. So that's the green thick straps here that I will put to the number 5. I have numbers here. Actually, let's go for the 4. It's slightly higher than the middle, so you have enough tension. I would need you to have tension on the springs. Let's set it up on the 2 sides here, on the number 4, right? If you have a Mary 2, or slightly higher than the middle if you have another carriage, with the feet straps. So before we put that, let's try it out. We're going to lay down on the back, holding that push-through bar in our hands and just checking first, where are your hands? Always make sure they're on the level of your shoulders. And before you start to do anything, self-scan your body and see how you feel. Are you holding on anywhere on your body? You can just close your eyes. Imagine you're melting the spine on the carriage for a second. And then maybe dropping only one leg without thinking, one knee to the side. Before you close your leg, think about your upper leg reaching away from you, lengthening like someone is holding gently the top of your knee and lengthening. And then bring it back to the center. And then without thinking too much, without holding, just drop the other knee to the side. Imagine someone is pulling that knee away and bring the leg back. That's already a release on the pelvic floor and on the psoas here. You can do that a few times if you wish. Then let's try it out and let's check the ground. Let's check our springs. I'm going to gently, it's the same feeling as on the yellow straps, to let my straps pull me up, to let my bar pull me up. Now here, it might be a lot. Already on my hips I'm holding. I'm not feeling my abs at all. So either I will try to put 2 springs to make the tension bigger. Either I can try to stretch my legs and see what's happening. I can also put the roll under my knees here and then check how would that feel. Let's do that actually to have a try. We're making experiments. Remember, I'm just experimenting together with you. So let's have a try. It's a bit a long video, bear with me. Try to come up. Already better for me. I'm already using more of my abs here because I'm allowing my hips to release. But then my neck is a little bit tense. So checking out what's happening, where my body is trying to hold tension. Right, check the level. So don't push with the lower back. Always think about hanging with your arms. Imagine a monkey hanging on an imaginary tree. Good. So if that doesn't work, what can we do? Let's try another option. It's really like I always call it the 50 Shades of Pilates, but let's try it out. We prepared our feet straps here with our purple or green spring. We're going to lay down, same way, but this time I would like to put my straps here, Let's see if it's heavy enough. On top of my knees, and I'm arriving at a spot where I'm actually hanging my legs. If it's not the case for you, if you're not hanging, you need to put your straps higher. The higher it is, the more tension you will get. The first thing to do before you hold your push-through bar, I know it's not a very aesthetical position, but it's really a nice one to relax your hip flexors and release everything. And even the lower back massage here. So we just open up for a second and stay. And then we can even try to have some hip circles here. Remember the thing that we did when we dropped our knees? We went to lengthen the front of our legs forward, like someone is gently pulling your knees forward to allow the psoas to lengthen here. Could we try that a few times and checking what is your back doing? Don't try to hold anything. Don't try to tuck the belly in. Don't try to push the lower back down. Just see how it feels. It should be, if you manage to release, a full massage here and a full release. You wouldn't believe how many of us are holding on their hips. Nice. Once you have that few times and you feel it's full and a release, we're going to try to grab nicely without falling away from the carriage or push-through part there. And you might need to open your legs apart because otherwise it's going to block here. I know it's not extremely comfortable. And if you have very big muscles, I'm going to put it that way, then you can have also bigger straps to put on your legs. There is always different sizes. Not opening those legs apart, but really letting them hang. If you're going to have to hold, the purpose of the exercise is gone. So for this, really push your straps higher. Feel the hanging. And then let's see if I can come up with my upper body, fully deactivating my hips. Now, it might be that I go less higher because it's quite hard to come up while your legs are attached and hanging somewhere. I feel it a bit on my neck to be through here. Actually, I think I will try to put a second strap on the push-through bar. I'm not going to do it now, but might be, if you feel it on your neck, that this bar is not heavy enough. So just put another blue strap and see what's happening. And you breathe in, breathe out. Here we go. My core is now fully active. Breathe. Make sure it's not your neck coming up first. Think about someone holding that bar gently, pulling you up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. My hips, they want to take over, but they just can't because they're just hanging there. Crazy. They just can't. They're like, let me help, let me protect. And you're like, no, 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 it's not your job today. Here we go. Oh, higher you go, deeper you go in your core. Just be aware of your neck. 2 more. Nice. And just the last one. Don't go too high if you're squeezing the shoulders together. Just for the last bit, we can even stay up there, but at a spot where the neck is not holding the pressure. And do the killer tiny pulses. And here my hips, my glutes, they want to take over, but they just can't. And breathe. And 2 and 1. Very nice. And then slowly go down and try to let go of that bar. And just enjoy another stretch before you take your loops out. So those are the variations. Let me know if you have any other ideas. And yeah, there's plenty of other stuff that could be done. But remember, the body has a reaction of self-protection. But once you connect everything and you allow the right muscles to work, you won't really have to work that hard to work on that muscle or to get to that part that you want to work on. Let me know what you think. Take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye-bye.